In this tutorial, we will talk about how to use the Fasteners feature. As you can see, we have a frame for a table. We have already drawn a 3D sketch and have placed square tubing to build the frame. Next, we want to create and fasten a tabletop to this frame. So first we will create a new sketch on the top face of the frame. Click the sketch feature, click on this top face of this frame, and then we want it to be normal to that face. We will then draw a rectangle to the same size as the top of the face. So we'll click on our rectangle command, go to this corner, down to this corner. And what's nice about this is that we don't have to dimension it because we know that it will fit directly on top of our frame. So we'll exit that sketch and extrude that top face, and let's say we'll extrude it about 1 inch. Click OK. We now have our tabletop. So what we'll want to do to fasten this tabletop so it doesn't move around and shift around is we'll want to make some holes that we can place fasteners in. So we'll go to our hole wizard, use that feature, and again we want to look at the top of our table, and in this feature we'll choose to use the hole for the hole type, and we'll just use ANSI inch, and let's just say for argument's sake we'll use 3/4 for a size. You can probably choose any size that you would like that fit your design intent. And then we will go to position these holes, and what it wants you to do is to first select a face. So I'll select the top face of our table and start placing holes where I feel that it would work best. So I'll just place some holes here, one down here, over here, get that midpoint here, and just make holes all along our tabletop to fasten it down. Try to make them line up so they're at least somewhat symmetrical, just to make things easier to adjust later if you need to. So I think that's sufficient for now for this tutorial. So we have our holes. Let's go back into type because we need to specify how deep we want these holes to go. So in our end condition we'll go to up to surface, and we'll rotate our table so we can get our proper surface that we want it to go to. Back out, and let's have it go to this surface right here, the bottom portion of our top rectangular tubing. And I think that's what we want. So we will go ahead and click OK. And now we have our holes fastened, or our holes for our fasteners. We'll get an ISO view so we can see this a little better. Okay, now we need to go find our fasteners. So what we need to do is we need to take our part file and make it into an assembly. So we'll go to File and go Make Assembly from Part, and click OK. This will allow us then to mate the surfaces, or essentially put fasteners on them. So we'll click, there's our weld table, and to find the fasteners that we need, we want to go over to this tab over here